Hornby man. Hello. Big up, big up, big up. There's police everywhere, man. Looks like there's more police than protesters here. This protest is due to start in 20 minutes, but as you can see, it's a typical lovely British day. It's a beautiful British day. It's true, man. The police at protests, they are glorified security guards. You know? Glorified security guards standing around doing nothing because majority of the time, nothing happens. You know? Doesn't kick off. So they're not really needed. All they need to do is outsource this, what they're doing now. They need to outsource this to a lesser body. You understand? Make sure that lesser body knows the law and what they can and cannot do in regards to, you know, protests and putting their hands on people and all the rest of it, you know. And hire some actual security guards to do this job, or some not security guards, what else, man? Stewards. You know what I mean? Like hire some proper stewards who know exactly what they're doing. Yeah. You know, hire some guys that, you know, the public's not gonna mess with. You know, and put them all in like pink high-vis vests. You know, high-vis vests. Excuse me, high-vis vests, right? Put them in pink high-vis vests, so everybody knows that. Let's say, you know, these guys are like British Special Forces or something. You know what I mean? Like, if we kick off, we know that these guys are gonna mess us up. You understand what I'm saying? Because the police don't need to be here, man. They don't need to be wasting our money like this. You know? And to be honest, like, think about why are the police even here? Okay, like, this is a protest against digital ID. Okay, why are the police even here? Like, what can go wrong here? Like, who is gonna disagree or wanna fight somebody or wanna kick off or anything like that because people are protesting digital ID? Like, I've been to some protests where the police don't even turn up. You know what I mean? So they kind of blow things out of proportion themselves. You know? Like, I'm not joking. Look, there's a police guy just standing here on his radio. Who knows if there's any kind of undercover police here? I'm sure there is. But there's two police guys walking there, yeah? Behind this van, there's two police guys standing over there underneath the Marble Arch entrance to the station. Underneath the proper Marble Arch, there's two police over there, yeah? Now just look at this. I'm gonna pan around. Look. two more police officers, right? Look. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. Look. What they here for, man? More police than protesters. Look. They're just sitting in the van, people. Look. I'm not joking. They're sitting here wasting our money, man. They're sitting in the van. Look at all of them. Look. Look, they're wasting our money. Look at them sitting in the van. Look. They're all inside. Look. Wasting our money, man. Honestly, man, I really don't understand it sometimes. So. This is a digital ID protest. Nah, I don't think so. The only thing we could do is protest. You understand, man? The people that have the authority are the citizens that still have their pew-pews. You understand? That's what's keeping the politics at bay in that country. You know what I mean? Well, we don't have that, so they can kind of do whatever they want to us over here, man. Big up India. I don't think anything's really gonna get solved until the kids get angry, innit? Once the kids get angry, that's when it's gonna kick off. Because you know, the kids don't care. You understand, man? They don't give a shit, man. So unfortunately, nothing's really gonna happen right now, man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be these little protests here and there. You know, they might pass it through, whatever the case may be, man. But it really doesn't mean anything, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because they could pass it, and then the streets end up turning red, and then they've got to reverse it. You know what I mean, man? So even if they do pass it, that's not the end of it. You know what I mean? You can still fight, man. I don't know what's AI anymore, people. The lines are starting to get a little bit blurred, man. With what's real and what's AI, man. It's starting to get real scary. The only thing about AI, right, is like when you see certain videos, it still has a little bit of a glitch. You understand? those AI videos have a little bit of a glitch that you could just about tell that it's still AI, right? But that's not gonna take long to iron out, and that's a very scary thing. There's people out here giving people fucking books, man. Nobody ain't out here reading, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Hey, people, I was brought up, right? I was brought up in the church, okay? And the best time growing up in the church, right, is when they provided food, man. You know, after church, you know, you would gather around the church, you will fellowship, you will eat, you know what I mean? And then people would just go about their business. Church started going downhill, man, when they stopped serving food, man. They stopped giving us food after church, man, and they just kept just taking our money and not, you know, and just, you know, quoting stuff from the Bible and talking to us. That's all it is now. Hey, listen, I seen a post, right, where this woman said she needed help, right? This woman said she went to 45 churches. Yeah? She went to 45 churches. Every single church turned her away. Yeah? She said she went to one mosque and the mosque provided for her. I've been saying for a long time, man, that, you know, church people, you know, they can't really talk to me, man, because they're some of the worst people on the face of this earth. You know, those religious Bible fucking bashers and shit like that, man. They are some of the worst people, man. You know, you get those mothers that were brought up in the church, their young daughters fall pregnant. Yeah, and they kick their daughters out of the house. You know what I mean? What kind of Christian does that? You know what I mean? What kind of Christian does that? Not only a Christian, but a mother. Yeah? Your daughter fell pregnant at a young age because you wasn't doing your job as a mother. You understand? And now you want to kick her out because she had a daughter at a young age, man. What type of mother are you? And what type of Christian are you? You know, this is like these Christian people can't tell me nothing, man. You know, why is the pastor taking all the money for himself? Why doesn't he divvy up the money, right? And, you know, put it out to people amongst the church? Nah, man, the Christians are some of the worst people, man. Get all those pastors stealing the church money again, you know, sleeping with the congregation and harming people in the church when they're supposed to be the shepherds of the church. Anglican here. My church donates to a food bank. What the hell? Now your church is scamming. Your church is a scammer. Why the hell is your church donating to a food bank? People should be able to come into your church or come to your church and get food. The hell are you donating to a food bank for? Don't talk nonsense to me. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Please don't talk nonsense to me, man. Your church should be providing the food. All right? Not passing it on to somebody else to deal with, man. That's what a church should be all about. You know? You provide food to people. I'm not saying bribe them, you know, but you provide food to people and they're gonna come to your church, man. You know, you should be the ones welcoming. I don't know about that, man. Donates to a food bank. No, that seems like a scam to me, man. That's a scam, man. What if the church does not have the resources to distribute food? I'm sorry, that's an excuse. You have the resources to have people in your church, then you have the resources to distribute the food. I'm sorry, there's no excuse. There's no excuse, man. You can get the congregation, various members of the congregation who is cooks. You understand? There's all people in church, from police officers to garbage man. Yeah? You could find some chefs in the church who's cooking some food and they could dish it out right outside of their right outside the trunk of their car if they needed to. You understand? If push came to shove. But they could serve it right outside the church. I'm sorry, that's not an excuse, man. You know? It's not an excuse. Said, why does the church have to feed everyone? They want everyone to come to Christ, don't they? You know what I mean? People's in need, man. You ask people for their money every Sunday. You know, why does the church need to ask everyone for their money every Sunday? That's what I want to know. How come the church ain't giving back every Sunday? How much money they're getting? You got people giving offering alone, yeah. You got the little children whose parents give them money, that's offering, and then you get the members of the church who give tithes. That's even more money to the church. So how much money are they making every Sunday? And as I said, man, that woman said she went to 45 churches and asked for help, and none of them gave help. And she went to one mosque, and they helped her out. You said, and that money is for the church. No, it's not, man. No, it's not, man. The church is the people, not a building. The church is the people, not a place. You know? Did God ever ask us for money? No, he did not, man. Does God need our money? No, he does not. He built all of this shit. He built all of this sucking beauty. You ever seen a rainbow, motherfucker? You seen how beautiful a rainbow looks? You think God needs our fucking money? Are you crazy? Said the money's for the church, man. Get out of here. Another excuse. Said they hate rainbows. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. They allow people to take over the beauty that God created. You understand, man? You ever seen a rainbow in a church? No, you haven't, man. That's God's beauty. Nah, I have seen a rainbow in church, man. I can't say I seen it in church, man, but I seen the rainbows represented in the I seen the church was represented in the Pride parade, innit? There was a number of churches that were represented in the Pride parade. You could go look on the channel and see it, innit? I think all religion is bad, man. I think all religion is bad, man. I just think that there's a creator, you know, and we just need to be grateful. I don't even know, because listen, I don't know if we could be grateful for life. You understand? Because we're only living to die. If that kind of makes sense to some people. Yeah? So, if this life was to say God gave us certain eternity, then maybe we could be grateful for it, right? But all this seems right now is just like a massive experiment that we have absolutely nothing to do with. Because again, if God knows everything, yeah, that means he knows what you want. He knows what you're gonna ask for, yeah? And if God comes on his time, not when you want him to, what is the point in even asking God for anything? If that makes sense, people. Yeah? He already knows what you want, yeah? So why even talk to him? I don't know. God gives you choice, man. He didn't give you choice over whether you could sin or not. We was born into sin. You know what I mean? We was born into sin, which means we are held responsible for our parents. We are held responsible for the mistake or for the disobedience of Adam and Eve. Yeah? Because Adam and Eve were supposed to live forever and ever. Okay? Because they sinned, we have to die. Alright? That means we are held responsible for our parents' mistakes. You know what I mean? God doesn't need us for anything. That's my opinion. Someone says your responsibility is yours. Take accountability. I can't, Danny Mac. I can't take accountability. You understand, man? Because if nobody has taught you the right way to learn, this is my thoughts on it. Yeah. Let's say somebody is brought up strictly Muslim. Okay. They are brought up strictly Muslim, and they don't know any other religion or any other God like that. Yeah. Who is to say that they are right and you are wrong, or vice versa? Who is there to teach them that God is the way if all they've known is Muslim, or Islam? You understand? Who is gonna be that person to just come out the blue and say to them, no, this is wrong what you're doing? You understand? Or How are they to know that they are doing wrong if all they have been brought up to know is Muslim? All right. So you can say that, you are responsible. You know what I mean? I'm under the impression that your parents are responsible. You understand? And I think in society we have a big problem with blaming a lot of stuff on the kids. You know what I mean? But if the kids haven't been taught correctly, why are we holding them responsible? You know what I mean? If you haven't been taught how to behave and you just act up in public, then, you can't blame the child, you blame the parent. And when are we to say that, there's a cutoff for that? You understand? Just because you reach 18 years old doesn't mean you're not a kid. You understand, man? Doesn't mean you don't have the mentality or the mindset of a child. Okay? Just because you reached a certain age. This grown ass man out here, I seen something yesterday where it said, I don't know, these rappers, Max B and somebody else, Max B's crew or something jumped somebody. I'm saying, like, these guys are grown men, okay? Got kids and everything, but they still got the mentality or the mindset of children. You understand, man? They still got the mindset of children, man. What the hell are you still out here fighting for, man? Making a fool out of yourself. Still trying to be gangster. Like, what the hell? Didn't you put that aside as a 20-year-old? Again, if they haven't been told what they're doing is wrong, then, how are they to be held responsible? But it is what it is, son. I think they're starting to talk over there. It's going to be hard to hear because she's only using a bullhorn. Hang on, people. Hang on. What the hell? They're planning on walking, man. I don't want to walk anywhere, man. I want this to be a static protest, man. This is a no to digital ID protest. Well, they say Mary was 12 years old anyways. You understand? So if that's true, then God put a baby in an underage girl in today's age. And this is why I say if you're gonna cuss Islam or you're gonna cuss Muslims, then you gotta cuss Christians as well. You understand? You gotta cuss all these religions, man, because they've all been doing it. All right? They all had their hands in the cookie jar. What they say, 12, 15? It's what it is. Either way, man, she was underage. She was underage in today's terms, man. I don't agree with it personally, man, but if it's good enough for God, again, who are we? We are nobodies. We are nobodies, man. I think all religion's wrong, man. All of it. All it does is just divides us. That's it. Doesn't bring us together. As I said, man, they stopped giving us food at church, man. Nobody goes to church anymore, especially not the men. There's no men in church. You know, just retired women of the night. You know what I mean? Just retired women of the night in church, man, and cheaters. You know? Single mothers. Church is full of single mothers. All religions are disruptive. Exactly. These politicians don't give a crap about us, man, because we don't have enough money, people. We don't have enough money for these politicians to care about us, man. All right? They get hundreds of thousands of pounds or dollars, if not millions of dollars or pounds, yeah, for their campaigns, okay? And who you think they're gonna listen to, man? The people that's giving them all of this money for their campaigns, or you think they're gonna listen to us, man? All of this stuff is here for us to be divided by. That's all it is, man. So we're not against them. That's all it is, man. Yeah, man, it's just retired women of the night in church, mate, and single mothers, you know, trying to turn to God because of their failed relationships or because of their problems in life or because they've done going on holiday and explored all the men they wanted. You understand, man? And now there's no man that want them. Yeah, so they go to church and pray to God that God's gonna provide them with some man or something like that. You know what I mean? They're all frauds in it. They're all frauds in church, honestly. Someone said Jesus saved my life. Okay, so let's say you didn't know about Jesus, man. Yeah. Let's say you didn't know about Jesus, man. How do you know that it was Jesus that saved your life? I really want to know this, son. Because, you know, I don't understand why all the Christians have to suffer. You know, they have to go through trials and tribulations and shit. You know, it's these people out here that are Muslims or believe in Islam. They got 4 or 5 fucking cars on their driveway. They live in big ass fucking houses. You know what I mean, man? They're driving the newest BMWs and fucking Audis and shit like that. You know what I mean? Why is their religion not fucking like Christianity? You know what I mean? Like how come their God is providing for them? Your God doesn't provide for you. Someone said everybody in this life has been given a chance, man. What about those little kids that are born in Congo? You know what I mean? Whose parents don't have any money. So they gotta go into some gold mine or go into some copper mine or something and dig for money from little kids. Are you out of your fucking mind, mate? Everybody in life has a chance. Are you crazy or something? That's why I told you, man. You know, it's because we live in the first world, man. It's because we live in this first world, man. We've got this idea, you know. Some people are born into suffering. Some people are born into pain. And this guy's talking about fucking everybody has a chance, or what the hell are you talking about, man? No, because I don't believe this nonsense, man. You know, the Christians only believe that God is good all the time. And that can't be the case. You know what I mean? It just can't be, it can't be the case, man. You know? God is a jealous God. You know? Is jealousy a good trait in humans? Is jealousy a good trait in humans? Are we taught to be jealous? No, we are not, man. God is a jealous God, man. And you guys teach that out of humanity. You understand? It doesn't matter what he's jealous for. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what he's jealous for. That's not the point. You understand? It's like when I brought up to that guy over in Speaker's Corner, when I said God hates sin. Yeah? Now, if God is good all the time, how does he hate something? You understand? And then they say, oh, it's because it's the sin that he hates. It doesn't matter. God still has hate in him. You know? But that's not what you Christians preach. I try to preach that God is everything. And if God is everything, he has to be both negative and positive. He has to be both light and day. All right? He has to be both good and evil, male and female. He has to be everything. He has to be everything, man. But you guys take pieces and parts of the Bible which you like or which you want to apply to your life and things like that, and you disregard the other parts of the Bible that you don't like. That's not true Christianity. That's not, you understand? I don't think that's how you find God. You know? Someone said quit being ignorant. I think it's you guys who need to quit being ignorant, man. The Christians. You know what I mean? You didn't help out that lady who went to 45 churches and she went to one mosque and she got help. You didn't help her out, man. So don't talk nonsense to me, man. You know? Don't talk nonsense to me, man. TD Jakes, the biggest black preacher on fucking TV. That guy was at a Diddy party. Are you out of your fucking mind, man? TD Jakes was at a Diddy party, man. You people gotta be joking out of here, man. You know? one of the biggest shepherds, yeah, in the black community was at a Diddy party. All right. What about that white guy who was on TV? That old guy found out that he was stealing all of this money from the church, man. Can't remember his name now, man, but when you look at him now, he physically looks like he's got a demon inside of him. You know what I mean? I can't remember that guy's name, man, but it happens in your churches, right? And it also happens in the Muslim community as well, man. All of the religions doing bad stuff, man. Turn the camera around to where you want to look, man. You want to look at the police behind me? Someone said, what does TD Jakes have to do with this? It has to do with the biggest leader in the black community was at a Diddy party. You understand? That guy was supposed to be the shepherd. That guy was supposed to be a shepherd for a lot of people, man. He had the Potter's house. You know? That guy has a massive church. All the people investing into his church and everything like that. And this guy was at a Diddy party. Someone said TD Cheeks is of the devil. Someone said he was exposed years ago. No, this isn't my point. I'm not saying it's recent or anything like that. I'm not saying anything like it's fucking recent. I'm bringing up the fucking point that the biggest leader, one of the biggest leaders, yeah, who's supposed to be teaching the black people the way of God and all the rest of it, he's supposed to be above us. You understand? He's supposed to be getting the messages from God. You know? And this guy exposed, man. Huh? No. Someone says, show your face, hypocrite. Why do you want to see my face, man? Why do you want to see my face? Do you want to beat me up or something? You wanna Charlie Kirk me because I'm speaking words that you don't like. You wanna see my face so you could beat me up. Is that what it is? TD Jakes isn't the most influential. So who was bigger than TD Jakes preaching to us? Someone said, cause you're a coward. Yes, I am, man. I'm a coward, man. So it is what it is, son. Some of us have to be cowards in life, man. All right. TD Jakes was never my preacher. Who was you guys' preacher? Creflo Dollar. Charles Stanley. Who the fuck is Charles Stanley? I've never heard of that guy. Nah, the biggest name on TV was TD Jakes, man. It's TD Jakes and Creflo Dollar. That's all I remember. This guy has never read a book. No. Why do police always show up early to the protests, son? Because they want to kick things off. Look. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 police bikes there. 6 police bikes there, yeah. I don't know if you can see behind the police bikes. There's a police van. There's a police van. There's police here. 3 police vans, 4 police vans, 5 police vans, and a police car. Is this Marble Arch? Yeah, we in Marble Arch, right? Why it's always grey in the UK, man. This is a typical British day, man. Look, there's a police jeep behind them, another police car, and another police car. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 police vehicles in front of me that I can see, and one behind me. 18 police vehicles. Yeah? Look. 18 police vehicles, and this is all the people we got. Look. Marble Arch, not even full up. Look at the police wasting our money. 18 police vehicles here outside Marble Arch, man. There's a handful of people here. I'm from the country of crystal clear blue waters and pink sand. That's all I'm saying. Bro, are you Canadian? Nah, man. Nah, man. Man's not from the maple syrup, Canada. I like that Aunt Jemima, though. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You sounds North American. Do I for real? Oh, a lot of British people say, a lot of British people ask me, are you American? No, I'm not American, man. If you heard a real American, you know, surely you won't be saying that. I said, don't blame God for the actions of man. Nah, man. Does Bahamas have pink sand? Nah, I don't think Bahamas has pink sand.
Sorry guys, we're kind of stressed because we're meant to be there a while ago.
Someone says, how does no one like you? Big up Glasgow. Big up Glasgow. Big up Scotland. You fake Glasgow, eh? You fake Glasgow, eh? I'm not good with accents, clearly, man. No, I don't do interviews. So basically what I do at protests is I just film them. You understand, man? So you guys basically make up your own opinion of the protest, man. I try not to sway people's opinions this way or that way, you know. So yeah, when I come to protests, man, I kind of distance myself away from like the main crowd, especially because, you know, if if you go to protests, you know that sometimes the police try to corral you. You know what I mean? Like they would like enclose you into a specific space and won't let you leave until they say that, they are ready. So once I kind of distance myself as not participating in the protest but filming it, they can't really, you know, police me with the protesters because I'm kind of not involved. I'm just, you know, I'm a I'm a millicent. I'm a millicent bystander. Come on, Clifton. Dan Clifton. You know. Ellen says, who was this guy's Facebook account? See what he looks like. I don't have Facebook, so I hope you're not talking about me. I used to have Facebook, right? But they done this thing where when people were sending me comments, I couldn't see the comments, man. It kept saying most relevant selected. Yeah. So when I tried to change it, like I lost the comment. I just deleted it, man. I just deleted it, man. Facebook's no good. I say he's deliberately changing his accent. I don't know if it's intentional or not, man. But I wasn't born in this country. I wasn't born in this country, and I've been here for almost 20 years. So, you know, I think you're probably hearing my homeland accent mixed with the British accent trying to get in there somewhere. I don't know. I don't need to put on an accent or whatever, innit? I said guys on a register. What the hell? You're basically like the police, innit? You know what I mean? You see somebody recording or you see somebody doing something that you don't like, you jump instantly to terrorism, the highest thing, like the worst thing that it could be. You understand? And you're coming in here with this nonsense talking about a child harmer, you know? Skin weird, man. I want to say, how come my Facebook is full of women who all look the same? What the hell? If that was true, yeah, what color are all the women? I don't have a Facebook, man, but it would only be one color, one particular look of that woman if you was right. And if you say anything what it's not, I'm gonna kick you out, man. Don't say they said black and young English girl, son. Nah, unfortunately you're wrong, man. I mean, you had the black right, but I'm not a big fan of English girls, man. So, you know what I mean? Most English girls have wigs on. You know what I mean? And as anybody knows who's a regular of this channel, I am not a big fan of black women and fake hair in it. So unfortunately for you, You were wrong, man. Why are you biting? I mean, because why not, man? You know, you want to troll, so I want to troll you back, innit? I say weave warrior, son. No, your dad's a wrongin', man. Your dad's a wrongin'. I mean, look, he had you. Someone said he's bored, man. You're right, man. I really am bored, man. Your man say we've got a long march ahead of us, man. Where's he going? Where we trying to go, man? Someone said nice weather for a... Ah! He's right, man. It's just nice weather to be cuddled up in bed next to a woman, man. That's what it is, man. You get everything. You know? Just all day, jiggy jiggy. All day. Just staying in bed. Jiggy jiggy. Go drink some water. Go watch some TV. Jiggy jiggy. Go eat some food. You know? Chill out for a few minutes. Jiggy jiggy. You know what I mean, man? That's all it's about today, man. This is that type of weather, man. Where's your women? I don't know, man. They're out there somewhere, man, doing their thing, man. You know, I'm of that age, people, and I'm of that maturity where I pay to play now. You understand, man? It's much easier. Much easier, less stress, my friends. And once you understand that, you know what I mean, if you're not married, then that's when you'll become a true man. You know? He's out on a Saturday filming. You're right, man. So I went out last night, man. I went out to Afro Nation down there in Drum Sheds. So yeah, man, you could try trolling, man, but it doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. Greetings from Greece. Big up Greece, man. I'm 57. You? I'm in my late 30s, man. Wait, what? No, he thinks he's Eubank Senior. Nah, man, I don't do my S's. I don't do my S's like Eubank Singer. You know what I mean? But I will say Rastafari. Eubank Senior, he's funny, man. I like him, man. He's always a laugh, man. Like, what's he doing when Eubank's on the stage, right? Having a little face-off with Ben, and Eubank Senior's just there, you know, having a little groove, having a little dance, and I'm thinking, oh, this is so cringe, man. But I was laughing my head off. Man. Big up Brian Dugan from Scotland, man. Big up. Ross Clark, Rastafari. I think that's the problem with Eubank Senior and Eubank Junior. You know what I mean? All right, mate?
We're doing, are you on the live stream?
Yeah, live stream.
Well, we're doing a little doc. We'd love to hear your opinion if you're
All good, mate. Thanks a lot, bro.
all good.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
I think that's the problem with Eubank Senior and Eubank Junior is that Eubank Senior is still trying to be a showman. You know what I mean? Like, he's still trying to be in the limelight. And, you know, stop, man. You know what I mean? Like, stop. It was like, even when he was in the corner, right? And he wasn't even saying nothing to Eubank. It was like he was just in the corner, and then he stands up and he's just kind of like admiring him or something. And I think, that was him kind of taken away from Eubank in his fight. I think I could see that maybe that was kind of an issue in their family, but it is what it is. Ron said, who's gonna win, Jake Paul or Anthony Joshua, man? I pray to God, man, that Anthony Joshua hasn't taken that money to take a dive. Because in reality, let's be honest, man. Let's just say he didn't take the money to take the dive, right? He should be wiping the floor with Jake Paul, man. Jake Paul is not on the level of anybody that Anthony Joshua's fought. Even up until Dillian White. Jake Paul cannot beat Dillian White, man. You know what I mean? Jake Paul can't beat Andy Ruiz. Jake Paul can't beat fucking Daniel Dubois or fucking Usyk or the Klitsch. I don't think Jake Paul could beat the Klitschko's right now. Right now, I don't think Jake Paul could beat the Klitschko's. And Anthony Joshua beat them, man. So, not fucking Dubois and Usyk. But I'm saying, he should win, man. He should win, man. Right, we're on the move now, man. Listen, if AJ loses, it's got to be rigged. It's got to be rigged, man. And AJ, I'm telling you right now, man, as you say, if that guy loses to Jake Paul, he is done. He's done in boxing, man. I don't want to see a fight between Anthony Joshua and Fury. If Anthony Joshua loses. If the guy loses, I don't want to see him fight again. I'm not interested in seeing him fight anyone. I'm dead serious, man. He can't come back and fight Deontay Wilder. He can't come back and fight Dillian White. He can't come back and fight anyone, man. I don't want to see it. I really don't. Because, honestly, man. Listen, people. Hold on. This is why Jake Paul is not going to win the fight. Listen to me. Put your money on Anthony Joshua to win, man. I'm convinced now. Just by what I just now thought, yeah? Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury. Let me say that again for you people, man. Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury is not beating up Anthony Joshua. I'm sorry. Here we go, police corralling everybody in, as I said.
going?
I got no clue.
Who do I?
Is this the revolution? Are we going to destroy the new world order?
Not only I.
Sorry, people, man. Had a bit of technical difficulties walking through Oxford Circus. Yeah, sorry, man. Like in bed.
Guys, if you like the energy today, we have an after party. We're selling tickets for £15 at the end of the march. The venue will be round the border, so if we come round and sell you those tickets, you want to keep this atmosphere up and help you lot one to buy some tickets. Let's keep the celebrations, let's keep the high vibrations up. We are the people, we are the car, we are the 99% of stuff.
That's after party after a protest, you know. That's crazy work. It's a coach bed, man. Hey! That's it. That's it. Stop harassing the people. Say no!
We say no! We say no! We say no!
The police.
We say no!
The police were asking that guy, where's he going?
We say no! We say no!
The police were asking that guy, where's the march going, innit? This is one of the marches. This is one of the marches that I like, innit? Where they don't follow the police's route. You understand? This is what you call a proper protest. You understand? Yes, I. When you don't follow the police route and you do your own thing, the police don't like that. You understand, man? Because they can't control. You know, they don't know where they're going. They can't set up their barriers or whatever the case may be. That's why they gotta have these rolling police bikes. You understand? Because they can stop the traffic. They can stop the traffic at a moment's notice, wherever this protest plans on being in it. You know, for other previous protests that follow the police rules, they would normally, you know, set out cones. They'll set out ribbons wrapped around those cones so that, you know, the people stay in line and they're easy to police. You understand? When you don't follow the police's orders and the police route what they give you to keep you away from the eyes of the public and to keep you away from the disruption, that's not a true protest. The true protest is when you say, we're meeting up at this place and we're going for a walk and we're protesting. That's the real protest. If the police want to come down, then they got to do what they got to do, you know? But when you have a protest and you follow the police rules and the police route that they give you or that they plan out for you, that's not to suit your protest, or that's not to give more eyes to your protest. That's to cater to the police and to cater what's easier for the police to deal with. You understand? So those are fake protests, man. The police will lead to back streets and quiet